Hi guys, I'm back. Someone asked me if I could show you the mixing of the paint, but then really up close. So I thought I'd let you watch me do the paint. This is the consistency I'm talking about, the build-up on the stick. And then if you put the stick in and you hold it upright, you see it pouring off. 1, 2, 3. And you sort of want to see it come off in a stream, one continuous stream. So I'm showing it again. And I'm doing this with a different camera, so you know it's important to let you see inside the cup. That's about it. Then I'll show you how I mix it. Let's see, this one. Okay, there's in here it's turquoise. You see how thick it is? Oops, I gotta make sure you can see it. So you can see it's just one big blob of paint on the stick. So this is the acrylic paint with the pouring medium. Then I add some water, just a little bit, not too much, and start stirring until it's fully stirred and the water is fully taken up by the paint and the pouring medium. And I really like mixing paint because, you know, it's something you do, I think you call it automatically, and I usually watch TV when I do this. Yeah, I'm a big fan of those reality programs. I really love that. So we have one here in Holland that's been going on for about 3 years. It's called Utopia, and I always watch them. So there we go. See the build up on the stick and the pouring off when I hold it vertical. Let's do it one more time. The build up on the stick. And when you see at the end that it starts to come off in little chunks, then it's still too thick. So usually then I use this squirt bottle because you can dose the water better. So just a little bit more. Still a little bit thick, but I also think I haven't stirred it well enough. Yep, that's still too thick. So a little bit more. And this should be, you know, enjoyable. This shouldn't be something that you're doing, you know, when you're all nervous or you want to get to painting, because this should just get you in the Zen mode to make a nice piece. That's about it. Right now I think it's a little on the thin side, but that doesn't really matter because here I have the other cup. This is totally only paint. As you can see, big blob on the stick. Then I put in the pouring medium. Just about 20-25%. You can go 30-40, doesn't matter. So got that in there. Then I'm mixing it up. And there you go, one big blob of paint on the stick. Then we put in a little bit of water. And why I'm making 2 of the same color is because I had a request on YouTube that someone wanted me to do a beach scene. And to tell you the truth, I am a sucker for a beautiful beach scene. But I've never done one before. So I thought that is one great idea, and let me do that. So there you have it, still thick. A little bit of water in there. So what I did is the one I just showed you, this is going to be the sand color. And this one is going to be, these two are going to be the first two shallow parts, because I want them to be really like turquoise. I've been to a lot of really beautiful beaches in my life. I've been to Mexico, Playa del Carmen, and I've been to the Maldives. I went to, it doesn't exist anymore, it was Nakatafuchi Island. That was beautiful. They named it something else now. And they, you know, they just, I think, tripled the prices. Couldn't even go there if I wanted to. That's how expensive it is. So here's the buildup. And you see it coming off in little chunks. So we have to add the water. So I really like a beach scene. So I want to do the sand, and then I want to do 2 or 3 pours resembling the water, but they just keep getting darker and darker. So to really look like a beach with water going deeper and deeper and deeper. Okay, this is okay now. But I'm going to mix in some of this turquoise blue. Just a little bit, to make it just a little bit darker than the other one. I like it when you look from a height, you look down on the beach and you see all those colors blue. That's so pretty. Okay, there's a slight difference, but not enough. So I'm going to be putting in just a little bit more. That's it. I think I'm coming down with a cold. Someone must have gave me some sort of a virus, I don't know. But doesn't keep me from painting, does it? No. Okay, you see the build-up on the stick? And you see the pouring off. That's about it. That's the right consistency. Hope I'm not holding my hand in front of the camera. And you can see the difference in colors. I'm not sure if the camera can pick it up, but I see 2 different colors of turquoise. Let's see if I can see what I'm doing on the camera. No, I can't. But this is it. This is what you want. And if you're not certain of the way you've mixed the paint, what I usually do, and I have to mix a white first, I will then I will do a test pour. And I think if you're starting out with this, you should do that too. Just do a test pour. So there's the white in the cup. Then the pouring medium. And yesterday someone gave me a good tip. They said, you know, I don't use plastic cups anymore because there's just too much waste of paint in those cups. And I agree with that. So I'm going to be, this is, today and tomorrow is the last 2 days that I'm going to be using plastic cups. I'm going to look for some glass that I can wash off, you know, afterwards. That'll save the environment a lot of plastic. Not that I feel bad about it, people, because I am very environmental friendly. I have I have a really big roof in two parts, and they're totally full of solar panels. So I help where I can. And I help myself, of course, because it's cheap. See? Too thick. If you have something that looks like this, it does drip off, but you know, it's just too thick. So adding a little water. And then I'll show you a little test run I do on the paint, and then we're good to go. And I'll stop this video and put up my little iPad, and I'll show you how I do the beach scene. And I hope you all do understand that things can go wrong. It's not that I always make beautiful art. It's trial and error and a lot of experimenting. And before I do the beach scene, I'll show you how much I experiment, because I think a lot of people just think, you know, oh, she's just lucky or something, but I put a lot of work in understanding the acrylics. So that's about it. Could be a little thinner, especially because it's white. And what I'm going to do is something totally different, because I'm going to be pouring, first I'm going to do the sand, then I'm going to pour the light colored turquoise green, and I'm going to pour separately. I'm going to pour the white over the turquoise, just where I want it, so pretty much controlled, and then when I torch it, it should look like waves, because that's what the person asked for. And while I'm doing this, I really want to thank everyone that clicks on the ads, because I think I just should show some appreciation if you do that, because I know it takes time to do, and I really appreciate it. And there we go. So the rest of the experiments that I'll be doing this weekend is silicone on the canvas. Someone asked me, you know, can you spray the silicone on the canvas before you do the pour? And I thought, well, I'm pretty sure what it's gonna do, because if I put silicone on the canvas and then pour over it, it's gonna be, you know, all these little holes where the paint gets resisted. And but I was thinking, if I first painted the canvas, then sprayed on the silicone, and then did the pour, we might get some really funny different effects. So that's what I'm going to do. So silicone on the canvas, waves on the beach. Someone asked me to do something similar to Greg Benz. Do you all know him? Because, you know, I looked at it, but what I see is that he uses very thin down paint. So I'll be really thinning down the paint and then trying to do a Greg Benz, I guess. Then someone asked me to do a pour from really up high, so like 3 foot high, and then just drop the paint, and then preferably on that spinning thing, the turntable. I can do that. And, you know, the things you guys come up with, I think, oh yeah, that's cute, let's do that. So it's not, you know, an inconvenience, like you say, because I just love experimenting. If I were to do this instead of selling paintings, I'd be very happy, because I just love doing these experiments. The other one they asked was water and soap. And that is something that maybe I should show you, because some people do the pours and then they use one of those misty bottles, and with diluted dish soap they spray on it, and then you get these now thousands of little cells. They don't really get big, but you get a lot of them, so I can show you that. And then one last request this morning on Facebook was if I could do a plastic pulling, pushing. I know exactly what they meant, because the person that discovered that was Danielle Wilkinson, and she has an Instagram account. If you want to know exactly, just put it in the comments and I'll give you the link. But she discovered that if you lay your paint on a surface and you put on a coat of plastic, So you lay plastic flat on the paint, then you slide your hand over it just a little bit to put the paints, squish them just a little bit into each other. Then you pull off the plastic and you get these really nice little cells. And the pattern of the paint, because the paint is put down in strips, it looks, I don't know, it gives it a different look. So I will be doing that too. But because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different experiments, I'll be doing some today and then some tomorrow. And that will be 6 of them, so you got a lot of videos coming up. And I am really happy to do them. And I have to do a really big one because there's an opening of a sports shop in the little town that I live in, and I'm going to be doing a 120 by 60 centimeter negative space pour. So it's going to be really big, and I wanted to have a really dynamic flow in it because it has to fit in a sports shop, right? So I was thinking really throwing down the paint, doing it really fast and making these waves, and I'm pretty excited about it. So I'm going to be doing that too. So I hope for everyone that this is clear. The build up on the stick, the pouring off when you do this, it comes off in one big flow. And you know, if ever you think, you know, could you just show that mixing just another, you know, make another video, because sometimes, you know, making another one, I don't know, makes it clearer, I don't know. But if you want me to do that, just put it in the comments and I'll write it down, and then I'll just do it, because as you know, experimenting is my middle name. Okay? Thank you so for watching. I'm going to be putting this one right up on Facebook, because YouTube, sorry, because maybe some people want to do this weekend and they're not sure about the consistency of the paint. And there was a lot of stuff I was going to talk about, but I can do that in the next video. So thank you, and see you in the next video.